want to do with a professional mixologist is show you how our ice scientists have come up with 7 different cube types for each different type of cocktail that she prepares. They all have a purpose, and you'll find that out. With that in mind, please welcome from the Soho House in Southern California and your TV sets, Miss Mia Mastroianni.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope my energy isn't too high for some of you. I know a lot of us had a late night last evening. So thanks for joining us for this morning session. I am so excited to get started on this ice journey with all of you. Throughout my career, I have developed cocktails for my guests at the bar in various bar settings, and the one consistent ingredient is ice. It can make a huge difference in any bar program. So I'm just really excited to be here. Welcome. Hi, good morning.
Mia, when we sat down and started this project, we had a nice discussion about our experiences with ice machines in restaurants and bars. And the main theme kept coming back with, they're awfully dirty.
They sure are. They can be. It gets gnarly in there.
And you know, an ice machine is the only food factory that isn't managed by a human being inside a restaurant. And keeping it clean is our one task that we need to do, and for the most part, we fail miserably.
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of sanitation, for me, it comes down to whether or not you can tell whether or not your ice machine is clean. So biofilm and dirt have a tendency to build up in ice makers. And I've seen some gnarly bars when I go around on bar rescue, when the first thing I will check is the ice machine. You can tell if there is mold, you can tell if there is bacteria, and that doesn't just affect your cocktail. That's any ice that goes into your glass of water, your soda, anything that you are drinking with ice could potentially be contaminated. So sanitation is a huge issue for me.
And when we sat down and I actually showed you our Manitowoc ice machines, the easy open door, the front-facing food zone, and the 4 other sanitation features that we have, you were just blown away.
Absolutely, 100%. What I love about these Manitowoc ice machines is the fact that it is so easy to access. As a bartender, I have a lot of tools in my kit, but one of them is not a screwdriver. The only screwdriver I use behind a bar is vodka and OJ. But I don't have time for any extra tools, so the fact that I can just access the machine, wipe it down with a clean swipe, know that the machine is clean, and I don't need tools other than my hands is super, super convenient.
Right? Well, we make sure that all of your machines and all of your ice is sanitary and clean. So, let's see what you got.
All right. I mean, it's not too early for an old-fashioned,
Nope.
right?
Oh.
All right. So we're
Us
gonna
old guys drink old-fashions
start
at
with an
7.
old-fashioned. And God bless them. I'm sure there's a couple of you out there that had a little breakfast beverage. So we're just doing a sugar cube with some Angostura bitters, a healthy dose of bourbon. We're just going to muddle that together. And for this classic cocktail, I'm using the Manitowoc Regular ice. And there's a reason for this. It is the shape and size of this particular cube. I mean, come on. Is that gorgeous or what?
That's TV ice. That's
so
the TV
pretty.
ice. It's
Clear.
perfect.
There's no impurities in there, and that's what I look for in a cube. Now, this size is ideal for a stirred cocktail because of the surface area. A cube of this size is not going to melt too quickly, but it is going to chill your cocktail and dilute it, keeping the flavors consistent. Oh yeah, that looks like breakfast. Yeah, well, speaking of fruit, I have a lovely garnish here. We're just going to add a zest of a fresh orange. Oh yeah, that's a fresh one. Thank you, Florida oranges. Nice zest. Top it off with some of this beautiful ice. And our first cocktail is a classic old-fashioned.
Very nice. Woo! Mia, I can see where the details are very important in your job. You had explained to me, in the craft cocktail world, it's not about overpowering, it is about the details and making a finely balanced drink. How important is the ice?
The ice is crucial. And ice type, more importantly, is very important. There's a reason why bartenders don't do all of their cocktails with the same glassware and the same ice. Ice is an ingredient in every cocktail that can truly make a difference. for the rate of when it melts and the chilling and dilution in your beverages makes an incredible difference.
Okay, let's see the next one.
All
I'm
right.
interested.
We're going to do a fun spring-summer cocktail, a cucumber basil fizz. I love to work with fresh organic ingredients. It really just ups the quality of your beverage program. You can charge a little more per cocktail. Gotta love that return on investment. So I've muddled some cucumber. I'm gonna add some fresh basil. I've got some organic freshly squeezed lime juice.
Mia, why do you slap the basil? It
Well,
drives me crazy.
okay, so one thing that I hate to do is go into bar programs and see everyone muddling the crap out of their herbs. If you muddle mint, if you muddle basil, if you muddle herbs, it has a tendency to get swamp-like in the bottom of your glass. By clapping herbs, you're just expressing the oils on the top of the leaf, and those oils are what are going to flavor your cocktails. So again, I have some fresh organic, freshly squeezed lime juice, just balancing it with a little bit of citrus. We're going to do a healthy dose of vodka. I mean, I think Manitowoc's planning an after party tonight with the size of this bottle. It's kind of amazing. Thanks, guys. And then I'm going to be using the Ice Kube to fill up this beautiful Collins glass. Oh, I mean, come on, not alone. Picturesque. And I'm using this style of ice because this is a shaken cocktail. And what we want to do with shaken cocktails is just aerate, chill, and dilute. It's going to add bubbles and texture. So we just give it a good, gentle shake. And if you notice, I filled up the glass with ice, and now I'm going to strain over new ice. The reason we do this is so after I've shaken and beautifully aerated this cocktail, I'm pouring something cold over something cold. So again, your cocktail is not going to water down too quickly. We're going to top it with some soda water for some nice bubbles and effervescence. Again, aromatic garnish. Fresh cucumber. And here we have our cucumber basil fizz.
Very nice. I learned so much with every time Mia and I hang out, and one of the things I learned with this particular cocktail, our ice sizing guide for 35 years has said that we use 3 pounds of ice per bar customer. And I've always kind of questioned that. It kind of sounds like a lot of ice. But then I watch her always put fresh ice in a glass and use ice to shake or stir. That right there is a pound, pound and a half. So 2 cocktails, 3 pounds. We've been right all this time.
Yeah, it's a science. You can do the math. But I don't like math. Math is hard. I leave that to the business guys.
We'd be bankrupt if they left that up to me. All right, Mia, you have something else special for us.
Okay, yes. This is where I get really excited. I know, my enthusiasm might be a little bit much for the morning, but I get so excited when I walk into any bar and I see that they have nugget ice. This is my jam. Right now in the cocktail industry throughout the country, Swizzle cocktails are making a comeback. There are bar programs right now that are doing exclusive Swizzle menus, and there is also a resurgence in the trend of tiki drinks. We are going into spring, we're going into summer, and this trend is just going to continue to build. So I'm just going to do a quick demonstration with my favorite kind of ice, starting with some fresh mint.
When Mia and I went through this, we did the return on investment for a 380-pound nugget machine for tiki-style drinks or the Swizzle drinks. And what we found was that if you sold 10 drinks a day at $10 a drink, you could pay off that machine in 45 days. I'd say that's a pretty low-risk return on investment.
That's pretty solid. Okay. Here's the scoop. Oh, this makes me so happy. And I'm sorry, I can't be the only one in this room that likes to chew on ice. Where are my ice chewers? Woo. I mean, this is just a fun snack. So, now, you're probably wondering, like, why do I need the nugget ice? Sure, I could probably make this same cocktail with the regular cube, with the Ice Kube, but this style of drink is designed to be used with nugget ice. And you see, as I swizzle this drink, it's going to beautifully frost on the outside of the glass. It's just going to field refreshing. And it adds a beautiful visual element. So I'm done sizzling now. I'm going to top and do an amazing snow cone effect at the top. Oh, it already making me happy. And then we're just going to layer some bitters on top. I've got some Peychaud bitters here and some Angostura bitters. And visually, check out what it does to this cocktail. Super simple cocktail, only 3-4 ingredients, but the difference of a layer of bitters on top can visually change your entire cocktail. Again, your customers will pay a bit more per cocktail if you're giving them something that looks like this.
Isn't that amazing? Absolutely. We call that a best-in-class cocktail, much like our best-in-class Manitowoc ice machines. You guys know for 16 years straight now, Manitowoc has been voted best in class by consultants, dealers, and end users.
I'm a bit of an ice snob, so I will only work with best-in-class ice.
Okay, everybody has been asking all day, what's this over here on the left? What do you do with this?
Okay, big cubes, kids, big ice. This is what everyone is seeing now. It is trending so hard. So, I mean, come on, look at this. Well, I'm just going to use my hands because they're clean. What? What is happening here? This is a big cube. You're saying, why do I need a big cube? Duh, that's why I'm here. Okay, so big cubes, you're not going to see bartenders making drinks with large cubes, but it is a presentational aspect. What I love about a big cube is the surface area. These big cubes are going to melt slower. They are not going to overly dilute your cocktail. We use big ice for spirit-driven cocktails. We use big ice for higher premium spirits. If you're spending upwards of $20 for a high-end scotch or bourbon, you do not want it melting very quickly and having your last sip of the expensive scotch tasting watered down. So I'm going to make my favorite cocktail, a Negroni. I'm just using equal parts gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth.
This cube is 60 grams. It's the largest, heaviest cube in the industry. And the idea with this cube is to keep your high-end spirits above 40 degrees, where all of the robust flavors that the makers of the alcohol intended to stay in there. The person that buys this and will pay the money, they want and expect those flavors to stay in that cocktail.
And again, I'm using the regular shaped ice to construct the cocktail. The large cube, it's not watering down too quickly. It's just blending the flavors and giving me the proper temperature to keep it consistent. And then I'm just going to pour over this beautiful clear cube. And don't you feel super special when you get something that looks like this? I mean, I would pay extra for a delicate beverage.
Wow, that is nice. Let me try that. Bring that over.
That's a big boy drink. You gotta put on your big boy pants.
Are you trying
I'm
making
just
a
saying
joke?
it's strong.
Wow, that is amazing. And yet, you know, it's the perfect temperature. And I get all the flavors. That's wonderful. Well, you're a hot shot with all this stuff. How about something trendy?
I like
Nitro-Coffee, a little trendy, a little hot right now. I heard a statistic, 350% growth in the last 5 years. Let's see if Mia can do something in the bar with a couple of shots of this.
Happy to.
We're gonna stump her, guys.
You can't put me behind a bar with fun ingredients and not let me play with them. It's kind of a rule. If it's behind my bar, I'm going to use it. So we have this incredible Nitro-Coffee. Looks like a Guinness. What we're getting here is texture. Right now, along with cocktail programs, coffee is trending really hard. You're no longer just going through the morning drive-through or making it at home. There are artisanal coffee houses where people are putting care and love into the beans and where they come from and getting big, robust flavors. So why not marry the coffee program with a cocktail program? So we're going to be doing a Nitro-Coffee martini because that just feels right.
That's a perfect breakfast drink. It has coffee in it.
Yes. And I mean, a lot of people, if they want to keep their party going, they'll start to reach for energy drinks at the end of the night. The only thing is, those can taste very artificial. There's an aftertaste. Natural caffeine from a Nitro-Coffee will give you the same boost of caffeine to keep your evening going. And again, I just love this product because it gives me the texture that I'm looking for. It's going to give me a smooth, silky martini with amazing texture.
Mia, when you're shaking that shaker, what's happening to the ice inside of there?
Well, in the shaker, it kind of creates a rainbow effect. When you see bartenders shaking, a lot of times we're listening. It doesn't really matter how it feels. You're listening to the ice to go from one end of the shaker to the other, and back and forth and back and forth. So you need a substantial cube when you're shaking because you can shake anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds on any given cocktail, and you don't want it to break down and get too small. So again, this regular ice, the size of it, it's not going to break down too quickly. It's not going to overly water down your cocktail. And here we have our Nitro Brew Martini.
Who wants that one?
What?
You know, I was just thinking, one of the legends in the ice industry that probably could have taught all of this any days. It's his birthday yesterday, and we missed it.
What?
And I want to toast him and sing happy birthday.
Where's the cake?
Greg Guthrie, where are you, Greg Guthrie? Hey,
Greg! Happy birthday!
Here's to you, buddy. I'll enjoy it for you over here. That's super. Hey, Mia, let's recap real quick for everybody in the room. Just a couple of things to take home. First of all, we started with what? A clean ice machine with our 4 features. Alpha Luma Ice, self-sanitation, and automatic cleaning. We can accomplish this with Manitowoc ice machines.
And with those features, it is fast, accurate, and easy to do. Working the cleanliness of your machine into your cocktail program, it's so simple. You just become closing work duties for your closing bartender. It's so easy to consistently clean and maintain your machine.
Number 2, adding an ice machine for a cocktail program is a lot easier and less expensive than you actually think. The return on investment is quick. Whether you're using Nugget or the Big Shot, always ask for the Big Shot, or regular Ice Kube.
100%. And what the difference in the ROI, your energy bill, your water bill, it's also going to set you apart from your bar next door. If you are offering different ice styles, you're going to be able to offer a broader selection of cocktails.
Absolutely. And the last thing we learned is that Mia is kind of a science nerd because there's a lot of science in this ice stuff, and it needs to be paid attention to.
Which I do, and I will dork out for hours, but at the end of the day, what I like to do most is just keep my bar guests happy and come up with consistent quality products that they will enjoy.
We thank all of you for coming. We'll be around if you have any questions for myself, Ice Kube, or the beautiful Mia. Please, we're very approachable. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. Woo!